'Cause I'm broken.
Mom, I'm doing a podcast. Please shut your mouth. Thank you. Toodaloo, neighbors. Welcome back to an Off-White podcast. I cannot do this. I hate it. I am back finally, and I'm here with Stone, Fez, and Brownie. And yeah, we're gonna get right into it. So I'm gonna start with what I did today. I argued with my parents.
Good.
I rode my bike in the middle of the road.
Awesome. Proud of you.
Did you die?
Kinda.
Is that what you argued about? Riding in the middle of the road? Versus on the sidewalk?
No. I did that as a result of the argument, you know.
Oh, okay.
I rode my bike around the neighborhood, kind of played football with my brother, and yeah, that's pretty much it. There's not much to do in quarantine. So, what did you guys do?
I rode my bike as well. I took it to the skate park. Finally got a session in, even though my ankle's still kind of like trash right now. But you gotta ride, get outside. Nice.
Gotta love the life.
Yes, sir.
And you do BMX.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, today I went to get my trike from Stone's apartment. I left it outside of there.
Oh, did you finally get it?
Yeah.
I went back to like pick up some stuff, and my friend that was helping me was like, "Is that yours?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, where did that even come from?"
Yeah, it's because my ex-roommate threw it out into the dumpster the night that I happened to spend the night at your apartment. Like, he happened to do it that night. So, yeah. So, nice, like, my RD, like, called me, and he was like, "Yo, I saw your trike in the dumpster." And I was like, "Dang, I better go get that." So, I just left it in your apartment.
Classic.
I had nowhere else to put it. I live in the dorms now. Actually, I don't live in the dorm anymore. Yesterday, I moved back into the apartments.
Oh, right across from my old room, right?
Right? Yep.
Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah.
I love the RD here. He's chill.
Ken?
Yeah,
Ken.
He's very, like, worried about Corona.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, he's
good.
like
I mean, good
everything.
reason.
People either are overly concerned or they're not at all.
I know. It's crazy.
Yeah. So, as a side topic, have you guys heard of this new like Instagram thing, the Until
Tomorrow.
post? Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Can
everywhere.
somebody please explain that? Because I'm a little behind on that.
So
Okay.
Brownie, go ahead.
Well, because my friend sent a screenshot of it in the group chat.
So basically, it's like a challenge that's going on in quarantine, but people don't understand that the reason why people are putting the caption "until tomorrow" is to make people freak out more and panic.
They DM you if you like one of their photos, and then you have to do it, quote unquote.
Yeah, I didn't. I posted.
It's so silly.
I just happened to post an embarrassing picture just because I was bored, and then all of a sudden, like, my whole like timeline on Instagram just looks like a bunch of Finstas.
Oh my gosh, I had no idea my Wi-Fi went out. I was still talking.
But yeah, so
Anyway.
can you actually just read the message that you get if you like the post?
Okay, it says, so, ... you liked my post, so you have to post an embarrassing picture of yourself. For the caption, you're only allowed to write "until tomorrow," and you can only tag me. You must send this message to everyone who has liked your picture. The picture must stay posted for 24 hours. Good luck, and don't spoil the game.
Oh. Well,
Yeah,
the game is spoiled. The game is spoiled on Off-White podcast. Well, since they're putting embarrassing pictures, here's a nude of me when I was a baby, just in case you guys want to see it. Yeah,
Wow.
The podcast.
Yes,
They're
I'm
not going to
touching my nipples.
Okay.
They're not going to be able to see it.
So today is a special podcast because Zay's girlfriend picked all the talking points for us today.
Did she really?
Yep.
Aw,
Zay, aren't you
that's
excited?
So cute.
I'm so excited. Let me tell you.
So Zay's girlfriend's first question for us is, what are some cool and exciting things we can do during quarantine?
Oh, okay. So if you're not a if you're not a lonely person out here, do you hear that?
Yep.
Yep. Who's on the table?
For people who don't know, that's Zay's mother yelling at someone who's on the table.
Okay, and that'll be cut off, but please cut that off of the podcast.
That's funny.
But no, what was the question?
What are some cool and exciting things we can do during quarantine?
Oh, so yeah, if you're not lonely, you can either FaceTime a friend or a special friend or like an intimate friend, and you guys can watch the same movie on Netflix on FaceTime.
Oh yeah, that's so cute.
Yep. Like me and my girlfriend, we do like either ice cream or Doritos and Netflix night. Yeah, and it's pretty lit.
How far do you live? How far do you live from your girlfriend?
4.5 hours.
Wow.
Dang. F in the chat.
Yeah.
Stone?
I have been bettering myself and picking up new hobbies and working on just creating music and learning how to produce and like mixing it and like Photoshop and like some visual stuff like photography, editing, stuff like that.
I actually have a new song.
Oh yeah. Bro, I'm like so tempted to go downtown Chicago and like go on a photo shoot because it's empty right now.
Dude,
Yeah.
I know.
can I come?
There are definitely
I
some
might.
pictures for like the books.
Can
Yeah,
I come,
Stone,
Stone?
let me know.
Yeah, of course.
Let me know so I can go too. I'm
Yeah,
45 minutes away.
honestly, I want to go so bad.
I can't come that
So
way.
badly.
So far.
So bad. I want to go so bad.
So badly.
So, Zay's next girlfriend's question. What next girlfriend? Sorry.
Ex-girlfriend?
Whoa.
Oh, should we go
Whoa,
there?
whoa.
Don't let Katie listen to this.
No, I meant her next question. Was how is everybody adapting to online school right now?
You know what? I haven't done any assignments that were due today, so that is how I am adapting.
Well, that's good. I think that
Yeah.
that
Great.
sounds like the way to go. But
I felt more productive.
yeah, I feel like just having my own time to manage stuff is a lot easier than like, going to class and trying to like not bore yourself to death for an hour 15. So I just feel like I get a lot more done on my own.
Because I feel like I'm done with school. Like I'm like graduate already. Because it's like I have I
You're
have
a
like
senior.
yeah, like I have like 5 credit hours too. So it's like because I just dropped a couple classes because I don't need them, and it's like I forget that I have assignments and stuff, and I don't have any like live classes. So it's like I basically I'm out of school.
Kind of awesome.
Yeah,
I have.
yes and no.
Do you guys have any classes that meet like over Zoom?
No.
Not yet, but I will. But not regularly. I don't have any that are going to do that
We meet for
regularly.
football over Zoom or over Microsoft Teams.
Really?
Nuh-uh, do you really? That's kind of cool.
I beg to differ.
Yeah.
No, you don't like it?
What do you guys do? Like, why are you guys meeting over?
We talk about how our training's going at home in quarantine.
Okay. Yeah. So for the school newspaper, we also meet every Tuesday at like, I think it's 9:30 over Microsoft Teams, and then one of my education professors, we're meeting every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 12 on Canvas for like a conference call. It's kind of annoying, but it's whatever.
Eat your cinnamon rolls, girl.
So Fed, what as a child did you have an like irregular attachment to, if anything?
Like a toy or something?
Toy, blanket, person, animal.
So I had like 2 things. So I had a couple things. So I actually had an imaginary friend growing up. His name was also, he had the same name as I did. And he looked like me, exactly the same, except he was blue and he was a ghost. Like he looked like the Casper ghost with like no legs, so it just looked like that kind of ghost. And then the upper body was exactly what I looked like. And
Twins.
we would just talk to each other, and yeah, or I guess I would just talk to him, and then he would tell me jokes, but like I already knew the punchline, so like they weren't very funny. And then I had this stuffed tiger that my uncle got me when I was in Mexico. The reason why I cared about it so much is because we were in the movie theater, and it was the first time I went to a movie theater in Mexico. And before the movie, my uncle said, "I'm gonna get you something out of that vending machine." We stood at the vending machine for about an hour, and he spent almost over 250 pesos for the stuffed animal that's like worth $1. Like in real life, it was so awesome. And he was like a little tiger stuffed animal, and I named it Tigre, which is, for people who don't know, is Spanish for tiger.
Also, what is the equivalent to a peso? Like how much is 250 pesos in American dollars?
So right now, I don't know the exact calculations right now, but at that time, 10 pesos was $1.
Okay.
At that time, I think right now it bounced up to like 21.
Wow.
21 pesos to be $1. I can actually just look that up.
So, I had a Scooby-Doo mystery van clock. You can see in the picture. But yeah.
Okay.
So I had a weird obsession. Like I slept with it, and I don't know why, because it like buzzed and everything, and I like actually like enjoyed it. So my mom put it on top of the dresser, and I thought as a kid that I was gonna make stairs out of my drawers and step up and get it, and I actually like got closed in the drawer, but I got my Scooby-Doo van, and yeah, this is a picture of me like crying and holding the Scooby-Doo van in a drawer. True story.
I had a garbage can when I was a kid. It was like a cylindrical garbage can, and if you like fell into it backwards, you'd fit just right like a hermit crab. I was really young.
Oh, that's thick.
Yeah, and I would just kind of like, I don't know, it was like a warm hug. You know, I think that's where my love language of physical touch really developed from. It's like garbage can. Yeah.
What was your favorite moment from the short-lived spring semester of 2020?
That's hard. It was a rough semester.
Yeah, I heard that a lot. Like a lot of people, especially I don't know about Stone's like class, but our class for sure, the sophomore class, ironically the fearless class of 2022, I feel like most of us had like a very rough spring semester. Like no one was having a good time, but I don't know, but like among those bad times, there were like good moments. Like I don't know, people typically, I'm very much like this too. Typically, like one thing bad will happen during the day, and then make that a bad day, even though 100 good things happen. But like, I don't know.
You
I
just
feel
let
like,
it consume you. You
yeah,
let it stick.
I think that's an issue. Like I very much, there was like an example for me. Like there was this one professor that I absolutely hated last semester. But like I feel like the class wouldn't been as bad if I walked in there open-minded and didn't just hate him, you know? So like I feel like we had many good moments, but we just focus on the negative because that's like I don't know.
That's easier.
Yeah, and people just can remember that the most. Because I feel like the good times and like the best times, time flies. And when it's negative, like when it's bad or boring, like time is forever. Like, so then you just resonate more with like the negative ones because it feels like it's never stopped or never, it keeps going. And the positive ones just slip through our fingers like sand. But yeah, I don't know. For me too, like I had a lot of bad stuff happen this semester, but I don't know. I can think of a lot of positives. I really did hate when we got the email about school closing. Like everyone did. Like we talked about that last podcast, but very much so. I think even though I hated closing and like saying goodbye to my friends, I really think my favorite one this semester was saying goodbye to Brownie because she was the last person I saw on campus. before I like left for a week. I'm back now, but there's not like I see anyone anymore. Campus is empty and like it's boring. But yeah, I think one of my favorite moments is like saying goodbye to Brownie or going to a church. There's this one church I started going to this semester that I loved, and like the first time I went, like it seemed, I don't know, people said I seemed awkward, but like I had so much fun and I enjoyed that church a lot, and I want to go back.
Me too.
My favorite moments were, I don't think I can subject it down to one moment, but I really like kind of realized how much like my relationship meant to me, my relationship with my girlfriend, when like space separated us. Cause like, I'm not gonna lie, it got overwhelming when we like hung out every single day. Kind of got annoying, and that's like not to say that she's annoying, but
No,
you
need time apart.
Yeah. And then this whole little coronavirus thing happened, and we all go home, and I realized that, oh crap, there's over 4 hours in between us. Like, I can't just get in the car one day and say I'm gonna drive there, especially with like the shelter in little thing that they are trying to do in Illinois, even though nobody's abiding by it. Like they're still trying to keep people from going like everywhere and traveling all over the place and stuff. So yeah, it just kind of really set in when I got home. And yeah. Not to go full simp on you guys, but yeah, that's.
What does that mean? Can we get a definition on simp? I don't know what that means.
Stay simping.
I'm too old for that. What does it mean?
Nobody tell him.
Isn't it just like all in your feelings,
like you're kind of just whipped.
Oh, well then I'm a full simp.
Yeah. But
10 out of 10.
I would say my favorite part, Fez and I would do a lot of late night Denny's runs or IHOP or going to the store.
I wish I had friends.
My favorite part of senior year, again, I can't, symbol it down to one moment, but just seeing all the people, like being a senior and like knowing that it's like your last little bit together, and it's like just really enjoying those good times together, even when you're like doing homework, but like just having a good time on the side. You know how it goes. At like 1 a.m, you're trying to get an assignment done, but like you're just gooning, stuff like that. Just laughing with people.
For sure. Yeah. What was your favorite place as a child?
Favorite place?
Yeah, like your favorite place to be, or a haven.
Chuck E. Cheese! I freaking loved Chuck E. Cheese growing up, man.
Dude, I still go to Chuck E. Cheese. No cap.
Okay, that's weird.
I go to Lego City.
That'd be awesome. Dude.
Can we define kid? Like how young?
Whatever you want.
Before high school, before you walked into high school as a kid.
All right. I'm gonna do right before, because it's the only place that I like really had a strong connection to that I can think of right now, and it was a skate park, and it was called Crush with a K because we were cool,
Yeah.
and it was an indoor park, and I would just be there like in the winter, in the summer, like the whole time. Like it was literally my favorite park ever, and it's like where I learned like so many of my like tricks and whatever, and just like how to ride, and then it closed my sophomore year of high school, and I was so upset, and I like still would love to go back and ride it because it was still like I still think it's a dope park. But yeah, I was there like all the time, just like riding, having a good time. All right.
Growing up, Disney World was like the only place I was like in love with, but never went to. I was the loser that would sit in my room and watch videos of people on the rides. And just like look at tours and just like I just loved it. Like I was like, oh, I want to go to Disney World one day, like whatever. And I never like I feel like if I did ask my parents, we could have gone, but in my mind I thought it was impossible for us to go. So, because in my mind it was really expensive. Well, it is expensive to go to Disney World, but
Super expensive.
But like as a
Not
kid,
now.
like not now.
Actually, it's closed now.
But as
so
a
never
kid,
mind.
I was like, it must be like $1 million to go. Like this is too fun. And I was just like, oh, because my favorite Disney characters of all time is Timon, Stitch, and Winnie the Pooh. I love Winnie the Pooh with a passion. But yeah, so like I would just look at people's pictures on Facebook, like people who posted pictures of Disney World, like when they were there. Like I saw all these like family pictures or people taking pictures with like Winnie the Pooh or Stitch, and I just was like, oh my gosh, I want to go there one day. Yeah, I just enjoyed watching videos. And then I remember once I was in like 6th grade. I was watching a video of one of the rides, and I was pretending I was on the ride. Like I had my arms up and like I was on my.
Oh my god.
And dude, Disney World was the happiest place when I was a kid, even though I've never been there. Well, I got to go. I had the opportunity to go last summer. I was there for a good 7 hours, and I loved it. It was everything I dreamed, dude. Like,
What parks did you go to?
I just went. I only went for a day, and I went to the. Wow, I can't even remember. Magic Kingdom, and that's the only one I ever wanted to go to. Like, I like the other one, but Magic Kingdom for me was the one I needed to go to.
Magic Kingdom is a lot of fun.
Right
Alright.
at the end. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. Finish up what you
I
were
was gonna
saying.
say, right at the end of that trip, like, there's this one ride I just wanted to go on. Oh, why can't I remember? It's not Splash Mountain. Oh, Space Mountain. Wow, I'm an idiot. Space Mountain was the one I watched about 1,000 times on YouTube, over and over again. And unfortunately, when I wanted to go, I was out of fast passes, and the line, it said like 2 hours. So like I wasn't gonna be able to go on, and I was like, you know what, it's fine. Like I like took out some tears in my eyes, and I was like, I didn't want to go in Space Mountain anyways. And then she was one of my bosses. She went over to where like you can buy more fast passes and stuff or get more, and then they showed me off. They're like, this boy has never been to Disney World, and he wants to go on Space Mountain. And this guy who works there, I forget his name, but like I've heard he's like super famous and people know who he is or whatever. He said he was like talking to a big group of people, and all of these girls were like all over him, and he's like, ladies, hold on, I'm about to make a magical moment. And he looks at me, he takes me and my group of friends, there's 5 of us, and he takes us to the big top of the line of Space Mountain, and he lets me ride. It's just us 5. Like, it was amazing. And then I had a bracelet. And I remember the bracelet flew off my arm, and I was like sad for like not even a second. I was like, you know what? I don't care about that bracelet. I don't care that I've had it for years. I don't want it anymore. I'm on Space Mountain. We got to the end of Space Mountain, and the bracelet landed in my lap again. Dude, this ride was amazing. It was everything I wanted it to be, and I probably have never been happier than that moment. It was magic. And then this guy rode with us too. It was amazing. And then he gave me a hug at the end, and like he just disappeared. As if he was like a pixie. Also, Tinkerbell at Disney, Magic Kingdom is a dude.
No way.
Yeah, because to them, women can't do that. It's always a man because you need all the ab work and core to like fly across. But you couldn't tell when you're super far away. But I was standing right under him, and I could tell that was a man. He was a man. But I knew that before from YouTube too, like because I've done so much research on Disney World. But I could care less about Disneyland. Sorry. That was my Disney World rant. I love it to death, and I wish I could go back. It's expensive as crazy. Like, it's crazy expensive, man. But I probably will never be happy again in my life. That was
Question. Who are your favorite, or who is your favorite Disney character and why?
all right. Everybody else go first because I just talked for like an hour.
I guess I could start just in case you guys got to think. So mine would be Moana, and the main reason that I like Moana the most is that they kept the Disney movie so close to the actual Hawaiian culture that it like actually seemed real. That's it.
Do you have an obsession with Hawaiian culture?
Yeah.
Or a fetish, if you will?
One of my best friends is Hawaiian,
I don't know.
and yeah, it's just like the culture is just kind of like everything is chill, and like there is no like stress about anything. And here in like the U.S. and the mainland, it's super like political, especially in times like right now. Like there's a worldwide crisis going on, and now we're worried about making it to the polls to feed our votes into elections and stuff. Like that just makes no sense to me, you know.
Hold on. Your Hawaiian friend, are you talking about Alika?
Yeah, Alika. Shout out to Alika.
Oh,
His
no.
channel. What's
Go
his channel?
follow- Yeah. Huh?
I said, what is his channel on YouTube?
I think it's either Alika Gaming or it's Alika Kahaulelio. And I know you guys aren't gonna know how to spell that, so
We'll put it in the
Fez will
description
put it in the
below.
link.
I actually took a class with him.
Yeah, Alika's
Couple.
super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a member of FCA. He comes a lot.
Yeah, I think he drove me to campus one day because I didn't have a car. at
In
the
his
time.
minivan.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super cool dude.
All right. Favorite Disney character, Stone?
See, I don't really have like an attachment to Disney. Like
Same.
most people in the world do. Like I could just pick one, but like it's not gonna mean anything. Like Woody, I guess, because people told me that I look like him in high school. So it became
Yeah,
a
I can
little
see it.
nickname back in high school. But other than that, I like the little alien things. They're funny. The claw, those things.
I just said that.
Yeah. Or is Nemo Disney? I don't even know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the little fish when Nemo swims out to touch the boat, right? And the fish that's like, oh my gosh, Nemo's swimming out to sea. Like the little nerdy one that says it like so funny.
Brownie? Who's your favorite Disney character?
I don't know. Probably Mulan because she's bad A. You know.
Yeah, I can't wait for the new movie. That's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Mulan is one of my favorite Disney movies. Like, so I know I just went off about how much I love Disney, but like I don't have a strong attachment to Disney either. It's just the place. Like Disney
It's
World.
a fun place.
MICKEYMOUSE. It's the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Come inside, it's fun inside.
Yeah. Keep going.
Thank you, X. Hot dog, hot diggity dog.
I actually, if Fez put the video on, I definitely could do that dance for the podcast. But Goofy's dance is so easy.
Yeah. One day.
Then Minnie's is like, I forgot what Mickey's is.
All right, guys. I think it's time to wrap this up.
Really? Already?
Wrap it up like your first time.
Yep. All right, guys.
Oh, it's a sex joke. I get it. It's a condom. Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Contract.
Yeah.
All right, Jake Paulers. Thank you for tuning in. Off White Podcast. Sorry that Virginia was eating the whole time.
You didn't even hear me.
Sorry that Zay was dancing and begging stuff in his room the whole time. Thank you to Stone for being professional and being on time for the podcast.
Glassman.
All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next Thursday. Peace out.
'Cause I'm broken. You really need me there.